So I have 2 entries to film. I'm so fired up. I was gonna film it like 2 days ago, and then I got sidetracked and people kept talking to me, so I forgot. But back like I never left. This is entry number. It'll be on the screen. If you're new here, this is a series where I kind of just free flow, and if I have topics to talk about, I'll talk about them. If not, kind of turns into like a life rant. But I'm happy you're here. So the first video, today's video is gonna be, look at my skin. Today's video is gonna be about consistency and what was the other word? Consistency and maintenance. I feel like whatever I talk about kind of relates to my life in some way. So y'all are getting the advice that I give to myself. Consistency. I feel like when it comes to consistency, there's always excuses. Personally, and I feel like generally, it's always excuses. We always find some way to like not be consistent in what we want to do. And it's annoying because then we beat ourselves up for not doing it, but then also like when we do it, we still beat ourselves up. When we're trying to do it, we still beat ourselves up and we say like, no, not good enough, not this, not that. Because I think that the problem is, the root is the fact that we are looking for that specific way, that specific niche, like this is mine. I have to wait until I have this specific type of content that is so me and until I can be consistent. I think that's one thing that gets in the way of people, especially if you're like a perfectionist or something like that. You're waiting to find your thing to be consistent in your thing, when consistency comes through the experimentation of finding your thing. And your thing may be multiple things. Don't forget that along the way. But consistency happens through trial and error. Life is literally about experimentation, and the only way to become consistent in something is just to be doing it, even if you don't know what you're doing. Because 9 times out of 10, there's a lot of us who have started, didn't know what they were doing, or are doing it, still feel like they don't know what they're doing, and they're doing it so much that they somehow get the hang of it, and they're like, okay, they're building their self-worth and their confidence by being consistent in what they want to do, regardless of whether they know how it's supposed to, or if they even feel like it's supposed to look this or that. There's a lot of examples of what, consistency looks like, and there's people who are like great and they have this specific content and they edit this, that, and the third, and there's people who do less and that's their thing. But it's about focusing on you and what you want to get done. It doesn't really matter necessarily how, like that faith in yourself, not the how, not the when, it's the what, baby. It is the what. So I just had to say that because I feel like that's something that is not said enough. It's like, be consistent, do this, do that. I watched a TikTok and I will actually try to tag this one because I be saying that I'll tag them and then I just go about my business like nothing happened. But Russ, I follow Russ on TikTok because I feel like Russ is definitely one of those goats that like really tries to give back and does give back, like puts people on. And there's not a lot of, I feel like, artists, especially more so mainstream-ish, that have made it, that particularly do that spend their time doing that. And that's really what also like connects people to them. So I feel like it's elevating his brand, as well as helping other people, because it's like, especially as you spew out knowledge and facts and this and that, there's a small percentage that might pick it up and actually use it. Like, you are probably watching this video, it might inspire you in the moment, might motivate you, but motivation is fickle. If I've learned anything, motivation is fickle. How I feel right now, I'm like, oh, I want to do it right now. In a few minutes, I'm gonna be like, ooh, that show on Netflix is back. And then the motivation's gone because now I'm thinking about something else. So I just saw a notification. So we cannot rely on motivation. Like, we have to also put into factor in what our end goal is. Like, there's a sense to which we want to have tunnel vision, but not to the point where we don't do anything else, but to the point where we're like, we keep in mind that it's not about what is right now. This is not your final form. Remember that. This is not your final form. If you want your final form to be this, you cannot be fixated on this right now, because you got to get to there. And the only way to get to there is to keep on moving. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming, swimming. So yeah, that is my take on consistency. This is not your final form. Be deliberate, not perfect. I literally have it on my wall because I have to say that all the time. There's so many things where I'm like, if I just one more take, it could sound better. Just one more this, it could be better. And it's like, this is better. This is your better right now. 2 years ago, that was not my better. That was not it. But this is my better right now. And in a month, 2 months, the more I work at it, the more I do, the more I make these videos, like, it also strengthens me. Because I personally feel like sometimes I struggle with being cohesive and to the point. And with these videos, they're not only allowing me to like express myself unabashedly, but they're also helping me to like formulate my thoughts in a quicker, more concise way, but also connecting with people. So I hope that the more I continue this series, the more people like start to find value in it. And yeah, but anyways, that's my take on consistency. I had one more thing to say about it, and then I know that it like flew from my brain. I know it's still there, but it flew from my brain. It was a Heinz quote. I love watching me some Heinz, okay? And if he ever sees this, thank you, sir. You do a lot of great work. But consistency, so that's that first thing. And then the second thing was consistency and maintenance, that upkeep. Oh my gosh, when you start seeing those little results, you know, when you go to the gym and you're like, okay, my booty getting a little bigger, or like, okay, my muscles, I see you, the little silhouette of the abs is there. It's like you get motivated and you get inspired. You're like, yes, I'm seeing results, cool. And when you start seeing results, that is the momentum, the slight momentum to keep going, not to be like, okay, I did it, I could cheat now, I could go and have a cupcake and not work out for the next 2 days. Like, no. Even when you see results or don't see results, keep moving. Keep moving. There are people that see results and keep moving, and that's what gets them further and further. Not to the point where they're only fixated on the end. They do celebrate their wins, you know, step by step, but you also have to acknowledge that if you're not where you want to be yet, you gotta keep going. Take in the win. Say thank you to whoever you want to say thank you to. If it's you, your mom, God, Jah, the universe, say thank you. Take a moment to celebrate and keep going. Keep going. Because if you're not at your final form that you want to be, then you gotta keep going. You gotta keep pushing. And we're in this together. So whatever you're doing, I hope the best for you. And I hope you wish the same on me. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say about consistency and maintenance. You got this. If you are not where you want to be yet, it's okay. You're going to get there. Just keep it going. And if you don't know what it looks like, you're worried about what it sounds like, what it feels like we can't focus on those other things. Just gotta do. And if you need an accountability partner, maybe to start off, try that, see how it works. But just know that if you don't want to keep watching other people do the things or have the things that you want to have, you gotta have a talk with yourself, a little self-audit. Never hurts, I would say. But really sit down and be like, okay, what am I doing? And not judging yourself for, okay, I'm not doing enough, but like, what am I actually doing? How am I really spending my time? And is that how you want to be spending your time? What is going to be the change for you that's going to help you feel better about getting to your end goal? Because it only matters to you, not to anyone else. Everybody else is living their life. You know what I mean? So do with that what you will. I will see you in the next video. Peace and love. I'm out of here.